You're live. You're live. You're live. You're live. Hey, hello. The most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Don't get it twisted. I promise you, the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Okay, friends, I'm Frederick Jones. I've branded myself as the book coach and the world's only worthologist. I learned that word worthology a few years ago when I decided that I wanted to help high achieving women walk in their worth, value their voice, and tell their story. And so I was looking for a word that would encompass all of who I am, and I found it. Worthologist. Okay? A worthologist is one who believes that your value is unlimited. Your worth is without measure, but your price is what you're willing to accept. That's a worthologist. And that's what I am. That's what I do. Now, I have a lot of different roles or titles, but at the end of the day, I am a worthologist. I'm an attorney, United States Supreme Court attorney. I'm an intellectual property attorney. I've been teaching this for years. I'm a business law and ethics professor. I was tenured. I taught for many years in academia. I taught intellectual property on the graduate level and the undergraduate level. In 2016, I walked away, and now I'm a full-time coach, writer, speaker. Okay? And so I serve and support high achievers like you. So let's jump right on into it. Now, what I'm going to give you today is educational information. This is not legal advice. You need a lawyer? Go get a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Even though I am a lawyer and the information that I give you will be legally correct, but it's only for business purposes only. Got it? Give me a thumb up if you got it, okay? We got to do that disclaimer thing. We got to protect our license. How to protect your copyright. Let's get started. There are basically three main steps, okay? Three main steps to protect your copyright. But first, let's understand what copyright is. The legal interest in your manuscript is your copyright interest, okay? You need to put that in the notes, in the comments, because most people don't understand it. They're writing books, they're publishing books, they're writing courses, they're creating online products, but what they're failing to get and failing to protect is the copyright interest. Folks, this is the legal interest in your manuscript, in your book, in your writing, in everything you do. It's copyright, 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 okay? Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8 of the United States Constitution provides you with the legal protection of your writings. Okay, I get excited about this stuff. Let's get going. Copyright. It's the legal interest in anything you write, and this is what must be protected. Why must it be protected? Because people copy, people steal, people looking for shortcuts, people want to use other people's materials. So you need to protect it so when you see this happening, you're in a position to go after them and to shut them down. You're in a position to go after them and say, you ain't going to use my work, not on my watch. No, because I've been listening to that guy on YouTube, and his name is Frederick Jones, and he's a worthologist. He's going to help me protect my worth. Okay, all right, so listen. How do you do a copyright? And you can do this without hiring a lawyer. You can do this without hiring a lawyer, okay? But I suggest that you hire one. If your brand is building up so big and you're investing big, then you need to hire a lawyer. Always good to have one on board. Marking your work with the C in the circle is no longer required for your rights to remain valid. Okay, so let's get that down. Marking your work with the C, copyright, in a circle, that's no longer required for your work to be legitimate, for your work to be protected. The moment you write, you copyright. You say, zoom, that went over my head, Professor. Let me break it down. When you put your thoughts and ideas in tangible form, you are copywriting. That's copyright, and it's legally protected, but it's at the lowest level. There's another level of copywriting that gives you higher protection, and that is when you register your copyright. You have to register it with USPTO.gov. Nope, that's for a trademark. USPTO.gov is for trademark. Copyright.gov is where you go and register your copyright. That's copyright.gov. Copyright.gov is where you go and register your copyright, and when you register it, it's legally protected. Okay, let's go a little further. Now, if your work is properly marked, then the infringer will not be able to claim innocent infringer status, okay? The innocent infringer will not, an infringer, my phone is going off here and it's like going off crazy, okay? I got it muted and I'm putting it over here. If you properly mark your work, the infringer will not be able to claim, oops, I didn't know. You see, ignorance is no defense of the law, but an innocent infringer can say, I don't know. But if you copyright your work and register your work, an innocent infringer will not be able to claim that as a defense, okay? It's called the innocent infringer. You know, it's like, oops, I didn't know. This is why it's proper to copyright and register your work. And I'm going to give you the 3 steps coming right up. And you can recover larger awards. Now, this is huge for all of my smart writers, all of my brilliant branders, all of you who are cutting edge. You're a go-getter. You believe in investing. You know the value of your words, okay? Now, if you know the value of your word, then you know that when you register your copyright, you can get larger awards. That means you can get attorney's fees. You can get damages, okay? There was a story in the news, okay? And I won't get into the political side of it, but I want to show you my point. There's a story in the news recently where somebody brought a claim against the president of defamation. And this person and her lawyer was saying that the president defamed her. Okay? And as a result, the courts kicked her case out. She lost. And as a result, guess what happened? Now she is having to pay attorney's fees. Okay? And a bunch of them. A big old sum of attorney's fees. Why? Because she lost. When you register your copyright with copyright.gov and somebody is asked to take that infringing on your copyright, somebody stealing your stuff, and you bring a lawyer and you're successful in having them to take it down, then you could be awarded damages and attorney's fees. You won't even have to pay your attorney fees. The loser could have to pay your attorney's fees. Now, I'm not making a promise that will happen. I'm only giving you what can happen. I encourage you to seek an attorney so that you can get the legal information concerning your particular situation. Okay? So, number 1, let's go. Number 1, to copyright your work, you need to put the C, and the word copyright, okay, on anything that you write. Put it in a watermark, put it on a footer, put it on the side of the document, put it on every page of the document. Before you send your manuscript, your outline, or your coaching program to anybody, please put copyright on your work if you want it protected. Only if you want it protected. Put copyright on your work. Do exactly what I'm about to tell you here. This is legal education. Put copyright on it. That's number 1. Number two, you want to put the year of first publication, okay? Which means the year the work was first distributed to the public. The year the work was first put up on Amazon, where it was first published on Google or iBooks, wherever you first published the work, wherever you first published the website, whenever you first published a course, you want to put copyright and the year that you first put it. If it was 2000, then you want to put 2000 through 2019. You see what I'm saying? Or 2000 through 2020. Whatever year you started, that's when you want to put it there. Okay? On unpublished works, the material need to read unpublished works, and it has the copyright and at the year 2000 and whenever and the author's name. You follow me? That's the way you want to put copyright. Number 1, you want to use the word copyright on your work, anything that you've written. Number 2, put the year that it was first published to the public. The year it was first put out to the public. And by the way, what does the word publish mean? The moment you move it from your hands to someone else's hand or to a third party's hand, you have published that work. That is publishing, okay? That's taking it from your private computer, your notepad, to someone else. You have published that work, okay? Now, that's number one, put the word copyright on it. Number two, put the year it was first published. Number three, name of copyright owner. If your name is Mary Smith, put copyright 2000 and whenever, Mary Smith. Do you see that? That's how you protect your work. That is called legal notice. That is giving everybody that touches your work notice that you are the owner of that work, that you are the owner of that work. That's the way that works, okay? Now, you want to put the name of the owner, which may be a pen name, or it may be the name of a company, okay? Such as a corporation or LLC. If there is more than one copyright owner, then all of the names need to be listed as far as the legal notice that you're putting on a watermark, or that you're putting in a footer that's going to go on that work, okay? The year of first publication, the name of the author or authors, and the pen name or the corporate name, and then all of that needs to be put in that copyright notice down at the bottom. I want you to start noticing copyright notices. Look at any book that you got. Look at the copyright page. Anything in writing, look at the copyright on it. A lot of times people put material out, they don't put the copyright notice on it anywhere, then it's open and it's free and it's to the public domain to some extent. But it's not really free, because the moment you write, you copyright, but you need to give people notice, because if you don't put copyright on it, they're going to say, I'm an innocent infringer. I didn't know. They're going to say, oops, I didn't know. Okay? All right, so number one, put the word copyright on there. Number two, put the year that it was copyrighted, okay? And then, and it was first published. Number three, put the author's name. And that means the author's name, the co-author's name, or the legal entity's name. If it's an LLC or a corporation, that needs to be put on there. Or if it's a pen name, that also needs to be put on there. And the other thing you want to put on your document, on your course, on your proposal, anything that you're presenting to somebody else that you created, that's your intellectual property. That's your intellectual property. Intellectual property is the ideas and thoughts of your mind that goes into a fixed, tangible form. Fixed tangible form means a writing, it means a photo, it means a drawing, it means your scribbly notes. Anything that comes out of your mind, out of your thoughts, and goes into a fixed tangible form is considered intellectual property. Okay, now the last thing I want you to add to your copyright notice is these three words. Are you ready? Oh, this is good. All rights reserved. Oh, that is such a loaded three words. All rights reserved. Because the phrase is required in some foreign countries, and it's a required phrase in some countries, but it definitely is required in the United States if you want to protect your copyright. Okay? All rights reserved, and then it says the moral rights of the authors have been asserted. That's what other countries use, or that's language that other countries or some other countries use. Okay? So what I've given you here is three ways to protect your copyright. Put the word copyright on it. Put your name on it. Put the year, the date, and the year, date, and all rights reserved, and you will have legally protected your work. And the other step, that if you want to take it to a level that you can be awarded damages, or that you got written certification of your copyright, then you'll want to register it with copyright.gov, copyright.gov. Okay? If you've gotten value out of this teaching, I would love to invite you to share a comment below, And if you want to learn more about working with me, you can go to bit.ly, bit.ly / let's say to finish your book. The number 2, and then all the words together, finish your book, to finish your book. Okay? If you want to reach out to me. I hope you got great value. If you got value, put a comment below and I'll respond to you. Put a comment below, share, like, or comment on this video, share, like, or comment on this video if you got value, or if you know some authors who are writing and they're just putting their stuff out there and they haven't protected it. You might want to guide them over to this channel and encourage them to follow me, because I like to add value to help you become a best-selling author and to protect your intellectual property and bring you with cutting-edge information on the legal rights of writers. I'm Frederick Jones, the world's only worthologist, reminding you the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Goodbye. Okay, let's see how I'm going to do this. All right, are you still streaming? Okay, here we go.